We start so many things in our lives and we rarely finish them, so getting to the last page of a journal should feel amazing. But tell me why, when I get to the end of my journals, I always feel a little bit of sadness there because I feel like I'm ending a story and I don't want the story to end. I want things to keep going. The first page of a journal is usually super easy for me. I just write the date and I'm super excited, I'm ready to go. But then I get to the last page and I feel like there's this great expectation that I need to do something amazing to finish off this journal. But in reality, I should just be celebrating the work that I've just done. Personally, I tend to think that my first few pages in my journal and my last few pages are kind of my weakest pages. They're kind of the pages where I'm trying to figure out what this book's gonna be, and the pages don't end up that great. But that's just my personal thing. But I think it's because we're breaking in a new book. Every book is different. Every journal you have is different. It might seem so weird to talk about, like, are we really talking about pages in a journal? It shouldn't be about that. It should be about like how you make the pages. But no, I feel like every book has a story, has a purpose, has a place in this time and what you're doing in your life, and it's gonna impact, the art that you make, the words that you put on the page, the drawings that you make. Everything makes a difference. I have this grand idea or plan that I'm going to have a huge library filled with my journals that are all kind of stories of my life. And it's just a huge record of the changes that I've made and the progress that I've made in my life. And I feel like it just gives perspective that when I reread all of these old pages in the future, I'm going to realize just how far I've come. Like, I'm going to see the problems that I had that felt super huge in the moment, but were actually just really small. And why was I even worrying about that? But I feel like these journals will just give me confidence and closure of like the words that I have, that I wrote, that I drew, everything that I put on these journals had a purpose and a reason for it. Whenever I feel distraught about my progress in my art journey, I always go and look back at my old journals because some of the journals in my first years doing this, they were rough. I admit it, they were not great, but it gives me so much hope because I've seen how much I've grown. It's incredible to see like how much I've improved, even though in the moment when I look at it, I'm like, I don't think I'm that great. But then I look at where I started from and where I've come. It's amazing. It really is truly rewarding to see how you're changing and growing as an artist. I remember looking at my first stuff and I was just basically copying others, but now I can see where I'm really filling in the lines of what I want to do and really making stuff for myself, like creating my own ideas. And I never used to be able to do that. But because I have this practice of filling up all of these journals and working hard and working many, many years of doing this, I feel like, practice actually pays off for once. And there's a record of that in these journals. If you remember one thing from this video, you cannot get to a last page if you don't start. So you need to start in order to get to the last page. It's simple as that. I know it sounds cliche, but it's very, very true. If you want to get to a last page, you have to do the work. You have to fill up all of those other pages to get to the last page. And when you do, you need to celebrate that. I know in the beginning I said that my last page just brings me sadness, but let's rephrase it a little bit. I think it brings me mixed emotions because, yes, I do feel sad because everything's ending, but I do feel a little bit of hopefulness that we get to move on and try something new, and that's a good thing, of course. I know you're probably watching this, and hopefully you're just enjoying that I'm making this page and it looks really cute and pretty, but you're probably thinking, did Amanda really just make an entire video talking about the last page of her journal? Yes, I did, because it is that important. It should have a whole video for itself because finishing a journal is such a victory, and it really is a reminder that if you commit to something, if you take it one page at a time, you can get somewhere and you can fulfill things and make amazing things. So let this be a quick reminder for you to go pick up your journal and do a page today so that eventually you will get to the last page and you can feel the mixed emotions that I always do. Let me know, do you also feel immense sadness or do you just feel incredibly excited? Because I would love to know how you all feel about your last page. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.